Nah, no, you don't have to hold them by the clip. What's good, everybody? Out here making some things happen. Man, I mean, we're on a few fish. We've been out here for about an hour or two, guys. But that one right there, of course, that one has to go back. That's just a little baby out here. All right, but I'm out here with a special guest. Have your man Keith Ritchie out here. Come on over here and introduce yourself to the people. And I mean, I think you fish with a bass club, and you come out here and do a little something, something. All right, guys. So we really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're gonna be out here. Um, we're down on Lake Lanier, down by the dam right now. We're gonna roll around and kind of fish some rocks, do some shallow fishing, and of course, we may have to get some of those fish offshore a little bit. We'll see. Just gotta have to see how the day plays out, guys. But we'll be out here for just a little bit. Have my partner Keith Ritchie. He's about to come up here and introduce himself, guys. But as you come into the chat, just drop a 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. And then we're going to get things rolling. But yeah, come on over here and introduce yourself, Keith. Let's go ahead and show the people what you have there. Go ahead and hold them up a little bit for the people. Yeah, show them to them. They may not have seen some spots like that before. Yeah, one's 2.5, another one's a little over 3 pounds. So yeah, so all right, go ahead and pop them back in the live well. And what I'll do, I'll go ahead and weigh them. You can hop on the front of the boat and head over toward those rocks, and we can get things rolling. But you always have to keep some rods ready out here. So while I'm doing that, let me get this other rod set up. All right, you can go ahead and hop up there to the front, and I'll just weigh these fish. You already have you got your rod over here? Oh, okay. Yeah, then you can just shoot over straight towards that corner over there, and then we can work our way back around, and then just when we get back over there where that school is at, we can kind of slow down. All right, guys, who do we have in the chat? Let's see. Also, want to give a very, very big shout out to Joe Winkler. And before we do all of that, let me just make sure I have some ones in the chat. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. All right, so there we go. Big shout out to Robert. Really appreciate that. All right, so let's hop in here and do some intros, see who is tuning in today. Want to give a big shout out to the Money Team. We have, who is this? Chris Phillips checking in. He says, let's go fish, boys. Oh yeah, we're out here about to make some things happen. And before we do that, let me go ahead and make sure that I put credit where credit is due. Let's see. Want to give a big shout out to Mark Scott. He was the sponsor of the previous live stream. If you guys take a look down at the bottom, you see that is scrolling down there. And I'm just trying to see if I can do a quick update because today's sponsor is Joe Winkler. And what I say each week, whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker, they are the sponsor of the live stream. And actually, let me do it this way, guys. Just bear with me. All right. So I have to do a little work, guys. So we have Keith Ritchie. He's up here doing a little fishing for you guys while I'm back here doing a little work for a quick second. All right. But like I said, I always want to give credit where credit is due. Joe Winkler. What was that? 2 days ago, I was about to head out to the lake, and there was a big storm that came through, guys, and kind of put a damper on the plans and was like, nope, you're not going to be able to do what you were planning on doing. So I had to change things up, guys. All right, so let's see. All right, there we go. So now if you take a look at the bottom, you will see the banner now says special thank you so much to the sponsor of the live stream, Joe Winkler. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream, because this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, and people that may just stop by to see what we're doing out here on the lake. All right, so what I'm going to do, those fish that we held up right at the beginning, let's go ahead and get some weights on those so you guys can take a look at those and get a closer look. But yeah, I mean, you saw me out here with the little dinky dink, but Keith Ritchie, he's out here putting in some work, guys. He's putting that top water chug bug to work. All right, so just bear with me. I'm going to take these fish out, get some weights on them, because, you know, that's kind of the good part of these live streams, guys. We're out here live and in action right here on Lake Lanier, guys. Got to take a pause for the cause, because when the fish start coming up, you got to do what the fish want. Let's see. All right. When they come up, you got to shut up. All right, so here we go, guys. There we go. Look at that one right there. Pretty nice fish right there. Oh yeah, been eating pretty good. That's what we call one of those nice Lake Lanier spotted bass, guys. A lot of people travel from different parts of the country just to come down here and catch some of these spots. Talk about a good fight. These fish will definitely put up a good fight. All right, let's hop back over. Just make sure I can see you guys. Big shout out to Big Ivy Fishing. Oh yeah, I had the dinky dink right at the beginning. All right, so let me just zero this out real quick. All right, we're zeroed out. Let's get a weight on this one. And you guys know I pretty much like to catch these fish, weigh them, and then put them back. So let's get a weight on this one. All right, there we go. That one is locking in. Can you see it? If you can see it, drop it in the chat. What is the weight on that fish right there? We have 292. 292 on that fish. All right, so I'll put him back in the live well for right now. And then once we move away from this spot, then I'll let him go back down there and talk to his friends. Let his friends know what kind of adventure he went on today. All right, there we go. All right, once again, big shout out to Joe Winkler. He is the sponsor of today's live stream. Out here doing a little top water fishing today, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this out again. Get a weight on this next one. What do we have here? Let's see. What do we have here? Calm down, buddy. Calm down. You're going to be going back home in just a minute. All right, lock this in at 255. Bam, 255, guys. 255. So go ahead and drop that in the chat. So for anybody that wants to know, yeah, we have a few little, little something coming in. All right, so there we go, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hop back out here and get into a little fishing. I can't let Mr. Keith Ritchie have all the fun for the day, but I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is when I do the weekly live stream. Trying to block the sun from you guys. All right, that's when I do the weekly live stream where we go over different things going on in the fishing industry, hot topics. Sometimes it may be a little bit of fishing, guys. You just never know. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, make sure you go to MoneyBass.com. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look and see who is in the chat. All right, guys. All right, let's see if we can get some more fish to the boat now. All right, so what's the plan up here? I see you're focusing on that school, huh? You trying to get them to come back up? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're those fish are out here roaming around right now. Let's see comments. Big shout out to Big Ivy Fish. And he said, you still having that tournament with them boys? Oh my goodness. Look right there. Look right there. You see him? Straight out that way. You see him? Look at him. All right. Might have to leave them alone for a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave them alone and come back, see how they're acting. But you can go ahead and fish that in and see if they'll come up and get it. They might get that since it's moving slower. All right, so yes, Big Ivy, we are going to be at Lake West Point on August 10th. Gonna be out there making some things happen. So there will be a live weigh-in, but the tournament itself won't be live as far as what I know right now. But yeah, big shout out to Big Ivy and the Money Team. Anybody that is interested in supporting the channel, just click on the join button down below and it'll give you some information about what it means to be a member of the Money Team. And when you hear me say that, I'm referring to the members of the channel, guys. All right, let's see. You guys are in here getting active. Once again, big shout out to Chris Phillips. Let's see who else we have. Chris Phillips says, some of us have to work, so I'm glad somebody gets to go fish. All right, sounds good. All right, we have Don Barks checking in. He says, where we at today? We're out here at Lake Lanier. And let me actually show you guys how things are looking. All right, so there we go, guys. So we're right down here by the dam. If anybody is familiar with Lake Lanier. So we're out here just trying to have a little fun today. All right, let's see. Let me get this line back up, and then we're going to get back into some fishing, guys. All right, I see Mr. Keith Ritchie is back there focused in on that school that we found close to some rocks, but those fish are back here roaming around a lot. So we'll see what happens next. So I'll try to stay in the chat too, guys. But let me go ahead and take these shades off so I can stay in the chat. Hopefully Keith Ritchie can keep us entertained with some fish catching while I'm hanging out with the fellas on the you can come back up here if you want. Or do you mean to move these out of the way? All right. All right, you can come on up this way just a little bit. There you go. You're in camera view now. All right, let's see. So, all right, so we shout out to There He Go Fishing. We have him checking in. I did give a big shout out to Don Barks. Really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, let's see who else we have. We have James. What's going on, James? Glad you can make it. We're out here targeting some spotted bass today. We're kind of on the shallow end of things right now. And there's some roamers. There's some fish that are out here roaming around. So we're kind of targeting those. We're seeing a lot of small fish, but there's some decent size. You guys saw those fish that we held up earlier. Those were some nice fish. So those are out here too, but you just have to find them. All right, Big Ivy Fishing. He says, I see you. I just caught you. All right, big deal. I mean, good deal. Let me see. All right, you guys put the weights in the chat. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Clint Perry. Really appreciate you for tuning back in. He says good fishing this morning. Yes, it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, things are starting to pick up just a little bit, but you just never know. You never know. The sun is out now, and I know the temps are supposed to hit around the 90-degree mark at some point today, 90 plus. But we will be gone before then. We don't want to be out here cooking. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we have in here, guys. All right, let me pop Big Ivy's message up here real quick. All right, company sold out like Bill. Okay, all right. We have Jay Will reeling and chilling. Chilling and reeling. Check it into the live stream. Really appreciate you for tuning in. Another, wait a minute. And he is a member of the Money Team. That is right. All right, Don Barr says, what's up, money? Had to make a new account. Lost my phone in 27 feet of water chasing tagged white bass. Oh, my goodness. But I guess if you're going to lose your phone, yeah, if it's going to be lost, do you want it at the bottom of the lake? I mean, if you lost it in the store, if you're going to lose your phone, which would you prefer? If you had the choice, like, hey, today, we're sorry to inform you, but later today, you're going to lose your phone and you're never going to get it back. What you think, Keith? Would you rather yours to be sitting at the bottom of the lake or just lose it in the store and it's never seen again? Which one is a better story to tell? I guess the 27 feet of water is the better story to tell. Even though it would kind of put a damper on your day. Big Ivy says you are speaking with people overseas. All right, so I must have missed the comment. So who is overseas? Everybody put a comment. Where are you currently at? Where are you tuning in from? Let's see who we have tuning in. Don Barr said he made $200, but he lost a $900 iPhone. I mean, that's kind of the way fishing. You see him up there? Yeah, so that's kind of the way fishing is. I mean, it's like you buy a bait, you go to the tackle store, buy some baits, you may spend about $100 in baits and then win $25 in the tournament. But you don't ever really mention how much you spent to participate and how much money you lost. Man, this is a good looking bank right here. Look how deep that is. Yeah. All right, Big Ivy said, read the message before that. Now, Big Ivy, are you talking about that paragraph, that book you wrote? I can't read all of that, man. I'm out here I want to be like Jay Will. I'm reeling and chilling. I'm chilling and reeling. But yeah, Big Ivy put a message in the chat that he's referring to. But yeah, I popped it up on the screen so everybody could take a look at it. We're just waiting for these fish to come up. We have some schooling fish, but they're kind of roaming. Right, yeah. So yeah, we can actually see these fish. The water is pretty clear. We're sitting in 3 feet of water right now. And we're just looking around, waiting to see if we see anything that's going to come up and talk to us. Oh, my goodness. Big shout out to Robert. He hit us with the $2 super chat with the $2 bills. We got 2 onesies. All right. Really, really appreciate that. Anybody that takes the time to contribute. I mean, even if you guys are participating in the chat, but if you take the time to just bless the channel with anything like that, it is very, very greatly appreciated because you didn't have to do it. But I guess, I guess we got 2 fish, got $2. How about that? 2 fish for $2. Big shout out to Robert. Let me see, Robert Watford. Am I saying that right? How about we just say Rob? We got Rob W in the chat. And you know what, Robert? That is the first super chat and the only super chat. So you have actually taken the top spot as today's sponsor with the 2 onesies. Really, really appreciate that. All right, but also have to give a big shout out to Joe Winkler. All right, there we go. All right. I don't have my glasses on, but it looks like Watford. All right. There we go. Give me a yes if I'm pronouncing that right. Got Rob W in the chat. All right, so that means we need to catch a fish for Rob. All right, so we got to make it happen. I think you scared those fish off when you caught Big Daddy out of there, because they are gone. But yeah, it's definitely fun catching these fish on top. I'm not going to get too many bites, but when you do, well, when Keith Ritchie does, he gets a nice one. But you saw the one I had at the beginning. When I catch one, I'm catching grandkids out here. Huh? Oh, he did. What's going on? The burning season. He said, "What's this? Casting practice?" Oh, nah, partner. Go ahead and take the wheels for a second. Let me give a special shout out for the burning season real quick. Let me show him a little something. Let me show him a little something. All right, for anybody that is just tuning in, there we go. Got some real nice Lake Lanier spotted bass, guys. So we're out here. We're shallow. I showed you guys how close we are to the bank. I think we're sitting in like 3 feet of water right now, but we're targeting shallow fish and casting offshore at the same time. But there we go. So this one was around to what, guys? Was it a 2.92? Basically a little under 3 pounds. And this one was a little over 2.5 pounds. So there we go, guys. So there you go, the burning season. Uh-oh. He's still not going to give me credit. I see your next message. Hold on. What does the burning season have to say now? He says, pretty fish, but what? Come on, man. Where's my thumbs up? Okay, I guess the but is that I'm not the one who caught him. Is that it? You still gonna give me a hard time? Oh man. All right, I gotta get out here and catch something. Yeah, I think these fish are just gonna be out here roaming around. So we can fish all the way around and see what we can see. It's heating up now, so there may be some stragglers that stay close in. You talking about hitting on top? All day. I always say top water all day. Right, yeah, because it's kind of being in the right place at the right time. See, there's something right there. Look at that. But that's on the bottom. I'm gonna throw a shaky head over there. All right. Oh yeah, burning season always giving me a hard time. But yeah, it's a pretty nice day, guys. We had some storms pass through the other day, but right now the sun is out. It's early, but the sun is out here like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me introduce myself. I am what you call heat. All right, let's see. What is that? Oh, that's 70 feet. Oh man, my cast went sideways. You see it? It's going right down there to it. But my cast was off a little bit. Yeah, let me reel that one back in. So that right there, you see all those fish you brought back to the boat? You see all of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like a school of little elementary ones, though. All right, so look, you see the cast right there? So it's falling right there. My screen's a little dirty, but you can still see what's going on. All right, let's see what else we have in here. Once again, big shout out to Robert. He is the sponsor of today's live stream. Uh-oh. Texas Noob says, explain the challenge again. Man, listen. the challenge kind of went out the door. I had to change things up, man. So you guys can tell me what the challenge is. I guess the challenge is to not set the hook on something that's not a fish for right now. So yeah, the challenge the other day was I was gonna come out, have all my electronics off and everything like that. That was the original challenge. And that's pretty much what we did this morning before we came on. And then we just moved to this area out here right by the dam, something that a lot of people will be familiar with. So I figured you guys would want to see a little bit of action down here. All right, the burning season says, thought this was a no live scope. I got you. Because guess what? It is no live scope. I use Mega Live. How do you like that one, burning season? All right, he says, Ryan, did you see the new New York State record? No, I have not. I've been kind of out of the loop for a minute, guys. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I've been busy working on a big project that some of you may know about. And those who don't, you will be finding out about it shortly. So really appreciate that. All right, Robert kind of liked that one. So yeah, it's no live scope. It's Mega Live. We're out here living with the Mega. Oh man, but I'll come back out and do that again next time, guys. It's just that I got thrown off my game when that storm came. And if you were watching the live stream on Tuesday, which lasted for about 12 minutes, put a yes in the chat if you were watching the live stream from Tuesday, where we were abruptly cut off by a very big storm. Just drop a yes in the chat. I just want to see how many of you guys were tuned in. The burning season says, our fish are getting so big, no ice in winter. Wait a minute. Okay. 7s and 8s are common now. I caught a 7 in my last tourney. 12.35 is the new record. Okay. All right. 12.35. We have Mr. Stack Racks. He's out there racking and stacking. What does he say? He said, I bet I can catch more bluegill than you. You might be right, but where we doing the bluegill challenge at, Mr. Stacking and Racking? Where's the bluegill challenge at? All right, so there we go. So Robert says yes, he was watching when I got cut off. Then Big Ivy said he was watching. Texas Snoop said I tried to watch, but where we at? Oh yeah, the storm knocked the power out and everything, guys. So once that happened, I had to go ahead and cut it short. I was actually on my way to the lake at that point. I was planning on doing a live just like this from the lake, using no forward-facing sonar, so no live scope, not using the scopes. But the weather had a different plan for me at that time. All right, Keith, what's the plan? What do you want to do? You want to cover this real quick and see what we do, or you want to move slow? I'll let you call it since I'm doing a whole bunch of talking. All right, and actually, what I'll let you go ahead and run the trolling motor, since I'm doing so much yapping and not focusing on fishing, and then I get given a hard time by the burning season because I'm not catching any fish, but I'm having nice conversation. Oh, that looked nice over there. A little shade spot with a lay down. Let me see. While he is on that top water bite, let me get this other one untangled here, guys. All right. Once again, want to give a big shout out to Robert. hit us with the $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. All right, we have, who is this? We have Jay Will reeling and chilling, says, got him. Oh yeah, I got him. All right, Big Ivy says, money, did you see Kevin Smith, the front of his boat? I think that's the link that you may have sent to me. I tried to click on, but it didn't come up. So I'll have to try that again. All right, the burning season says, one weekend in New York, you'll be renting a U-Haul and moving the family. Oh man, I don't know. It's too many big buildings up there. I like trees. You see the trees over here in the background. I like hanging around trees and rocks and the outdoors a little bit. When I think of New York, I think of concrete buildings and traffic and all that. But I know you already told me it's not really like that all over. It's just certain areas. All right, so let's see what else we have. We have Sir Yuga. Is Sir Yuga? Sir You. Okay, that's what I used to call it. Sir You. There we go. All right, big shout out. Glad to see you back in the chat. Haven't seen you for a while. All right, what does Sir You have to say? Put the boat in 40 feet of water and hit as many points as you can. Throw a top water 4 to 5 cast and move on. No scope needed. You don't need to scope them. All right. Oh yeah, that'll work. Running and gunning. I mean, I like doing that too, but sometimes you just want to get back and relax. You want to get close enough to where you can see the squirrels hopping around and see some lizards running on the rocks and all that good stuff. All right, but yeah, I'll do that. The next one I come out, guys, I'll do the like I was saying before, come out here, hit the early morning bite and go after some of those shallow fish. All right, let's see who else we have in here. So Mr. Stack and Rack says, I got a challenge for you. Fish for bass using ultralight tackle. Oh man, you want to make it hard on me. I mean, I can definitely catch some dinks using that because we're definitely seeing those. But hey, I want to get out here and do some fishing, guys. Let me see what I can get out here and do. I'm gonna hop up here with this shaky head. All right, so this weekend, does anybody have any tournaments coming up? Is anybody fishing any tournaments or anything like that? Or will anybody be out on the lake fun fishing? Let's talk. Let's have some conversation. Let's see what you guys will be up to. Oh, yeah, that's a nice looking point over there. Let me go over ahead and cast to that point. All right, so the burning season says, what braid are you using? So I am using either 15 or 20 pound. This is Yozuri High Vis Yellow. I like using High Vis Yellow. And this is on my shaky head. The reason I throw this on a spinning rod is because I use it offshore a lot. And for me, whenever I'm casting this offshore in 30 to 50 feet of water, I want to be able to get that cast out as far as I can and be able to watch that bait. I mean, watch the line as it goes down to let me know that I'm definitely in contact with the bottom. So I have 20 pound, either 20 or 15 pound high vis yellow braid. And the leader that I tie to is generally going to be a 12 pound fluorocarbon line. And the reason I use 12 pound now is because I learned the hard way that 8 in a brush pile is a losing battle in a lot of cases. Sometimes I can get them out of there, but I really like being able to fight them out of there with that 12 pound line. It doesn't really seem like it affects my bites. At least I don't think so. But hey, since I'm using a 12, it doesn't seem like it really affects the bite for me. But yeah, so it's 12 pound high vis yellow Yozuri braid. And right now, for me, whenever I'm going to get braid, all of it, as far as braid goes, to me, has that strength that you need, has that small diameter. My main thing is being able to have something that I can see to make sure that I'm in contact with the bottom, so I can see that line stop moving while I'm down on the bottom. All right, Big Ivy says, I got a 2-day tournament coming up on the 10th and 11th. All right, so I'll be out there on Lake West Point on the 10th. So I'm on the bottom too. So all right, so good deal. What lake is that going to be on, Big Ivy? And are you fishing? Is it a BFL or what will you be fishing? All right, Texas Snoop says I will be picking up my boat from the shop on Saturday. Been in for almost a month. Oh my goodness! Did they give you a loaner boat? If they're going to keep your boat for a month, they need to give you a loaner, give you a rental. How do they expect us to live without being able to go fishing? Uh-oh. Can you swing me over there? Let me see if I can pull it out. If you just swing over that way a little bit. Uh-oh. Big Ivy, he left somebody stranded. You said you forgot to pick up your client. That's not good. Oh yeah. Everybody needs a loaner boat. You need a backup boat. Oh, okay. Oh shoot. All right, get hung up on some rocks. All right, Mr. Stacking Racks. Mr. Stack Racks says going fishing on Sam Raven for spotted bass. Let me see. Eat and maybe kitty cats. What is that? Oh, to eat and maybe maybe get you some catfish. All right, all right. Burning season says Ryan on that Z20 or the research and fill nozzle above the baffling. On the Z18, they are below. It is the dumbest design. So this is actually above on mine. It's above. Yeah, that's a little different. All right, big shout out to C Mix, the president. We have C Mix, the president, checking in. What does he have to say? He says that's a good spot over there. Oh yeah, yeah, it's a decent spot, but I mean, it's just a little change of scenery too. I mean, sometimes when you're not catching fish, I mean, this is what you can tell. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want to get outside. You just want to get out here and see a change in scenery. It's not about catching fish. It's about enjoying the outdoors. All right, you want to hop back up there? Oh, you still on top? Let me go ahead and get on top too then. No, actually, I'm gonna stay on the bottom for right now. All right, we have Mr. Keith Ritchie working the top water while I'm talking to him on the bottom. All right, C Mix the president. He says, "Have fun. Catch you guys next time." Oh yeah, we'll be back at it again. The burner season says, "Yeah, the Z18 live well. Let's see. Design is dumb. The water drains out the fill nozzle, and the water is 3 inches below the baffling. Who designed that needs to be fired?" Hey, I mean, from the things we've been hearing, what's going on? Maybe they have been fired. Didn't they just lay off? Was it 1,700 people over at Mercury? So I'm pretty sure they're not the only ones that's being affected by it, guys. C Mix, really appreciate you for stopping by. All right, Texas Nuke says, "What are you throwing?" I'm throwing a TRD on a shaky head. All right, Mr. Stack Rack says, "What kind of combo are you using?" That looks like a Lose Hypersonic. Oh man, let me see. This is a Lose Mach 2 reel on a Ducket Black Ice medium heavy 7'2" spinning rod. Now I have caught a lot of fish with this rod right here. It has won me a lot of money. They're kind of expensive, but I want it back. And a big shout out to people that take the time to say, "Hey, MoneyBass is out there struggling. Let me send him $2. Let me hit him with the $2." Really, really appreciate it. Because hey, every penny counts when you're out here fishing. Everybody watching knows. If somebody hit you up with 50 cent, 25 cent, you be like, hey man, you know you didn't have to do it, but you did. And I appreciate it. All right, yeah. So this lose, it is a, let me see, MH2 200 G3. So I don't really like using those big reels. I like keeping mine kind of on the smaller size, but I do want to step up and get something on the more the high end reel. I do want to have something like a Vanford, or I can't remember that other brand. I think it may be a Daiwa or something like that. All right, Texas Noob says, do you have a hard time getting the TRD on the head? No, sir, I do not. Because I have a special technique. I have a secret technique that I believe I shared with the money team, but it has something to do with some super glue and some and a lighter. All right, Jay Will Reeling and Chilling says $2, 2 fishes. That's right, we have $2, but 2 fishes. So maybe if we get one more fish, we can get $3. Looks like it's about $1 per fish out here. Fishing for dollars. Uh-oh, look at that over there waking a little bit. Now, before I had a boat, I used to come out here and fish all along this. Let me show you guys what I'm taking a look at over here. Bam! Look at that. See all those rocks? Now, all of that to me, when I was a bank fisherman, it was prime real estate. I was like, oh yeah, look at those rocks. That looks good. I'm gonna walk 3 miles, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna walk 3 miles and catch me some fish. And back then, you know, I used to come fishing and go home and make me a fish sandwich. I was fishing for lunch. So the game was a little different back then. Uh-oh, C Mix said, you don't want me to tell Texas Noob? don't give him the secret. He said I told him. I didn't give him I just gave him a hint. Gave him a hint. Big Ivy says I use 3,000 and 2,500s. Yep, that's exactly what I use too. Just depends on the brand. So this one is a, what did I say this one was? Is this a 2000 model? Yeah. Well, it says 200 G3, but I guess this is their version of the 2000. All right, so there you go, Texas Noob. I let you in on a little piece of the secret. He said, don't tell him. I cast it too far up that time. All right, Mr. Stack Rack says, I caught a largemouth out of Rayburn that was 958. Oh my goodness. I mean, but see, you up there with a big fish roam on a light action rod made me stop fishing for a week. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Sometimes this fishing to get your heart rate up, get your blood pressure rising. You got to calm down. Texas Noob says, C Mix, don't be like that, man. Come on, man. Give me the secrets. Give me the tips. How you catching all those fishes out there? Man, my casts are going kind of crooked. I'm trying to get over there to the rocks. Oh no, you're fine. It's just when I'm casting, I don't know, the wind must be catching it or something. It's a lot of good structure down there. Fishing all these rocks and everything. All right, so who else has a tournament coming up this weekend? So yeah, let me just show you guys. We're down here by the dam, just having a good time, hanging out a little bit, talking to all our peoples online. And even if you don't fish, don't feel like you're being left out. You're still our peoples. Our peoples are anybody that hits that subscribe button and hits that like button, which I know everybody has done. You saw me set the hook on a tree branch a minute ago. So can you guys set the hook on the like button for me? Just let me know. Do you like me? All right. So if somebody take a look, how many likes do we have? How many likes do we have in the on the stream so far? Oh my goodness. The rocks don't like me. Okay, I got loose from that one. All right. The burner season says the like button is is looking low. Maybe we need more likes to get the fish fired up. Oh, the likes are looking famished. The likes are looking like the dink that I showed you guys whenever we first started off. Don't treat me so bad. All right, Big Ivy says it feels good to be fishing in current. Yep, that's good. That's good. All right, C Mix the President says, "What's up, Keith?" He said, "What's going on, Mr. President?" Mask off. We have mask off tuning in. So now we got to catch a fish for Rob, since he is the current sponsor of the show, with the 2 onesies. Hit us with the $2 super chat. Say, let me see a $2 fish. He wants to see what a $2 fish looks like. Big Ivy said we're only sitting on 11 likes. Texas Noob said it was 8. Okay, so it's moving up a little bit. How many likes do you guys think we should have? What do you think, Texas Noob? How many likes do we need? All right, Mr. Stack Rack says, salute, homie. I got to go, y'all. Get the likes up. Oh, yeah, hit the like on the way in. Really, really appreciate it. The burning season says 15 likes. That's more. Oh, my goodness. He says 15 likes. That's more likes than Biden got votes. Oh, my goodness. How many people can vote? If only he got 15 votes, how many people can vote? Was there only 20 people voting or millions? I mean, what's happening? That doesn't sound good. Big Ivy says 19 people. Oh, yeah. With 19 people, can we get 20 likes? With 19 people, can we have 20 people vote for me? 20 people vote for me. What did I do with my? Turn my volume down a little bit. All right, guys, let me know. Are you getting? Let me know. Are you guys getting some feedback? I have to hop back out here and do a little work real quick. Let's see. If you guys were hearing some feedback, always feel free to let me know if the audio is not good or anything like that. All right, let's see. Let me change up a little bit. I'm going to throw something for fun. All right, there we go. So we are getting some feedback. When you put a new bait on there, you have to get things adjusted a little bit. But you know how sometimes you have a bait that you just like or something you want to throw a little different? You may not be targeting fish, but you're just targeting some fun, targeting some happiness. Let me show you guys what I have real quick. Now, this was donated to me by, I believe it was M. Jones. If you are in the chat and you are the one who sent it to me and I'm not giving you the correct information, just let me know. But that is it's a 6th Sense bait. And it was like a speed swimmer or something like that. Is anybody familiar with that? But that's what I'm throwing right there, that speed swimmer. Just going to test out the action on that on the shallow side of things today. Have my partner Keith Ritchie up there on the front, up there handling business right now. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more fish in the boat for you guys. But in the meantime, let me do a little work and get everything set back up for you guys. And in the chat, make sure you continue to get active in the chat. Introduce yourselves, guys. A lot of you may be in the same area, fish the same lakes, fish the same tournaments. You just never know. Might find your next fishing buddy. So always make sure you get active in the chat. You never know who's watching. And also, if you need any tips on the lake that you're fishing, on your electronics or anything like that, always make sure you put that in the chat. I know somebody did hit me up and say that you were looking to either sell a boat or buy a boat. Put that information in the chat. Like I said, we can always network, guys. It's all about networking and making sure we help each other out and make the best of things while we're out here on the lake. All right, let's see. Let me see, guys. I have to get this other thing set up for you guys real quick. You getting any bites up there, Keith? Anything chasing or anything? Uh-oh, the fish aren't treating us right now, guys. We might have to move. All right. Testing. I'm trying to see why my audio is giving me feedback now. Let's see. All right, just bear with me, guys. Can you guys hear an echo? In the chat, if you can hear an echo. All right, testing. All right, I think I got it. All right, how's the audio, guys? Hit me with the 1-2 on the audio check. Testing 1-2. Steve Wimpy said, "Dirty, what's good?" Yeah, well, I'm out here with Keith Ritchie, aka Dirty Red. If you're gonna be fishing the Dirty Red West Point tournament next week, put West in the chat. I want to see who's gonna be out there. All right, Robert says we are good. All right. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. Let's see who else we have in here. See, Mick said, what about the green pumpkin, green fire? You mean the chartreuse blaze? It's all about blazing. Doing the twin cast. What you fishing at top water still? All right. Uh-oh, look at that up there. Those are bait fish. They're chasing those bait fish. Let's see. All right, we see some action, guys. Oh, those aren't bait fish. Those are, goodness gracious. Man, it's not even bait fish. Those are bugs going all across the water, guys. They look as though it was fish chasing, schooling bait fish. I'm surprised Bram aren't eating those things like crazy. The burning season said, "Is that chicken hawk with you?" he said, "No, sir. He is not the hawk. He is not. He is not chicken or the hawk." Yeah, this is the one that they call Dirty Red. Are you headed to the back? All right, let's see. Let's come around on this point. See what's going on with this point up here. All right, I appreciate everybody for getting active in the chat. The live streams always build off of the chat, so really, really appreciate it. And once again, want to give a big shout out to Rob. We have Rob W in the chat. He is the current sponsor of the live stream. Hit us with the $2 super chat. $2, two fishes. He didn't give me any credit for my dink. He said I actually owe him money for the dink I caught. All right, let's see. Let's see. We're coming up on this point. Actually sitting in 28 feet of water. And I can see some rocks out here, guys. With my X-ray vision. See some rocks out there under the water. So let me see if there's some fish out here on the bottom. Come on, burning season. He said the burning season says he only tunes in so he can feel much better about where he lives and the fish that he catches by watching me. The burning season is out here catching, what did you say, 12-pound records and stuff like that up there in New York, on the New York side of things. So he said watching this makes him feel good about his lake. All right, guys, the sun is beaming. Can you guys see that? Can you see it? It is hot. It's getting hot out here. All right, so now what I would say, we're sitting at 10 o'clock. The sun is out. Do you guys think we should go head offshore for a little bit? Or do you want me to stay on the shallow end of things? What do you think? So I want to see offshore or shallow in the chat. And that's going to determine what we do next. What do you think? All right, the burning season. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Who is this? Who is this? We have pills, potions, and poisons. Oh my God. What is going on? Oh, oh my God. You can take the front again. All right, let me see. Let me see. All right, so there we go. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I know my sound went out. Have a few technical difficulties sometimes. All right, let me get down here and take a sit down real quick and see. All right, so big shout out to Rob W in the chat. Hit us with the 1. Pills, potions, and poisons. All right, it's getting hot in her. That is right. It's getting hot in her, guys. All right, appreciate it, Texas Newt. Service must have gotten nervous. Oh, yeah, it's like, where the fish at? You got me out here trying to watch this with no fish catches. So that phone was like, I'm out. We got Stephen Wimpy says, bro, Mr. Sunshine is doing his thing today. High 80s, mid 90s. Please wear protection. That's right, everybody. Always wear protection. It's dangerous out here in these streets. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, well, let me see. I was answering somebody's question. The burning season, where'd it go? And he said, what's your thoughts on keeping or transporting fish off beds? Good for lakes or bad? Man, this is something that it sounds like the experts don't even know about, because you will hear them saying that you actually need to eat more fish, that you need to, depending on how you want that lake, the population of that lake to be, to keep it healthy, you do have to, and I forgot the official word that they use, but basically you do have to get rid of a certain number of fish to keep the lake itself healthy. So do I think it's good or bad? For me, I guess I just don't necessarily like the thought of it. I mean, you're taking, so mama is out there or papa is out there protecting its youngins. And now somebody comes along. Where's my line fall at? Somebody comes out here, jabs you in the mouth with something and yanks you away from your babies. And now the babies are screaming, Mama, where are you going? Mama's like, oh my goodness. The burning season caught me. And I think he might be introducing me to some grease, babies. I'm fighting as best I can. I'm fighting, but I can't get loose because he's using these trocar hooks. So yeah, for me, I mean, I don't know if it actually hurts the lakes, but I mean, I guess I just don't like the idea of, like, even if it's, say if you're deer hunting or something like that, and you see a deer, a doe with some babies with it, 1 or 2 fawns, and now you shoot that deer. I mean, I don't know enough about deer hunting, guys. I don't know if that's an off season or what that is. Do you deer hunt, Keith? You don't know about that either? Okay. So yeah, so I mean, to me, it would be kind of the same. Like if you see a mother deer or something like that, and it's out there with this babies, and now you shoot that deer and take it home, it's like, what's going to happen to the babies? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? The burning season. Good question. Good question. Pale Rider says, you better go to Long John Silver's to eat fish for lunch. Oh, you've been hanging out with the burning season too much. Al Plain says, here, hold this 1. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Burning season says, I just know where I live, we can't keep them during spawn, and the fishing is ridiculously good. I've always wondered about that. Okay. Uh-oh. Pills and Potions says, I'm team eat more fish. Uh-oh. What does anybody think about that? If you see Pills, hold on. If you see Pills, you always trip me up with that name. Pills, Potions, and Poisons out. If you go and check her live well, it's going to be full with some floating fish in there, already filleted up and ready for the grease. All right, the burning season says, babies, what about the aborted eggs in the live well, or eggs that never get laid? Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. All right, lakes are so polluted now. I never eat fish. They taste like crap. or they taste like carp? Do carp taste like crap, or does crap taste like carp? All right, C Mix says nature always prevails. Yeah, so I think in the end, from what I'm hearing, is how much that we may be overthinking that from what the experts, like the quotation, air quotes, experts say. Because they say we do need to keep lakes healthy by taking more fish. And especially if you have a pond or something like that, it's just basically part of the fish management part of things. All right, so I'm going to check the chat. Right now, I have 2 people that said go offshore. I'm going to give one more final tally. Offshore or shallow, guys? And we're going to run. Let me see. Let's see. C-Mix says talking fish from small lakes and big water is totally different. That is true. Oh, my God. We have Cajun the Hawk Sam, the burning season. Was that you asking about Chicken Hawk? You shouldn't have said his name. You shouldn't have said his name. Now he has popped his head into the chat. He says, is this another one of those casting contests? Oh, I'm going to meet you on the lake again. I'm going to stomp you out again, Chicken Hawk. You just don't learn. Chicken Hawk has come into the chat. Is this a casting contest? Uh-oh. We have Mr. Dirty Red on the boat with me. Mr. Keith Ritchie is here too. All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna be meeting Chicken Hawk. What lake are we going to next, Chicken Hawk? Are we meeting back at Logan Martin, or are you still running from Chickamauga? Everybody knows that you challenged me on Chickamauga and you took off running. Rob W says, never eat fish out of Black River. Best you'll ever eat. All right, the burning season says, I fished 3 mile long lake. It's, let me see, gets pounded by turnies. 25 pounds every turny is crazy. So yeah, think about it. I mean, if they're still able to catch that amount of weight from these tournaments, then is it really affecting it like we're thinking that it does? And now that we're seeing these large schools and these large number of fish that are actually offshore, when you're catching those bed fish, depending on how healthy that lake is, does it really hurt the population? And Tyler Reels Fishing, he did a very good video on that with I forgot the title, the guy's title, but he's basically some type of fishing biologist, something like that. But he works with MLF, and he went over all of that stuff in detail. And I think from listening to him, what they would say is that people are overthinking it and thinking that they have more of an effect on lakes than what they really do. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at this last one. Mascot says, listen to Todd Cassadine live from yesterday. He talked about killing fish or removing fish from the lake. So yeah, I missed that one from yesterday. But yeah, Todd Cassadine has a great channel, guys. All right, so I didn't see any objections to heading offshore. So it looks like that's what we're gonna do, guys. All right, let's go ahead and pack it up, man. We're gonna run to a few spots real quick. So we're gonna run to, you have a swim bait, like a top water walking bait. Well, that I see you like throwing that popper, so that might work. Whenever they come up, I can throw this swim bait to get them to chase it, and then maybe they'll hit that popper right behind it. All right, guys, so just hang with us. We are going to move to another spot. All right, so Chicken Hawk says, Logan Martin or Chick, don't make a difference. Make it light on yourself, partner. And why is Dirty so quiet? Well, Dirty doesn't have a microphone, so. But he's been saying a few things. He knows that you're running. He was talking about you. All right, so let's go ahead and here, you want to hold your fish up for your people? You can go ahead and release these. And then we're going to move on out. Uh-oh, we have the bass hunter checking in. He says he wants some fried chicken. He says, let me know when Chicken Hawk is going to be on the lake. I'm hungry. Uh-oh. All right, there we go, people. Go ahead and let's see, where's the sun at? There we go. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, stand on up and hold them close in on the camera so they can see it. There you go. You good right there. Yeah. All right, there we go.
It's dedicated to Chicken Hawk.
Uh-oh. Dedicated to Chicken Hawk. Oh, Chicken Hawk. Do you have something you want to say to Chicken Hawk? What you want to say to him?
Where my belt at?
Not the belt. Not the belt. Everybody wants a piece of chicken. Dirty Red said he wants some baked chicken. Bass Hunter said he wants some fried chicken. I mean, I don't know how many different ways we're gonna cook this hawk.
Put them back in, right?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and put them in. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, let me see if we can. Let's see. Might have to let him. We're gonna have to put that one back in the live well for a minute because he came from down deep. He fighting. Oh shoot, that one right there said nobody. I'm out of here. All right, that other one he took off too. I don't know if you can see both of them, but that other one came from down deep, so he's having a little harder time. I don't have my fizz with me, but yeah, he's good because we're still in some shallow water. Once that bladder releases, he'll be all right. All right, guys. So yeah, generally I like to catch them and release them a little faster, especially when it's hot, so it doesn't put too much strain on the fish. But pills, potions, and poison says she releases to the grease. All right, we're about to head on out. All right, guys, we're gonna load up and move to the next spot. Hold on just a second. All right, guys, we're about to roll out. Let's go ahead and get moving. All right, so we're heading offshore, guys. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. Just want to make sure you guys can hear and see okay as we get things rolling. All right, drop a 1 in the chat. Okay, I see you guys dropping the 1s. Appreciate it. All right, so what we're about to do now, guys, is we're going to head out. So you see we were over here by, this is the east. No, wait a second. This is West Bank. West Bank Park, guys. Good place to come and hang out with the fam, have a picnic, have some fun. Pills, Potions, and Poison says brims and perch go to the grease. Oh my goodness. Grease sounds pretty painful. All right, the burning season says my state stocks walleye, trout, and salmon. The walleye are good eating, and the salmon. That is correct. Smoked salmon is good. What's going on? We have Bass for him checking back in. Good to see you in the chat. It says, hey, Ben, did you take the weights off that dead fish? Oops, wrong channel. Ah, man, come on, man. Why you messing with my partner, Millikins? You can't mess with the Millikins, man. Millikins is out here making this thing happen. The burning season. I don't think the burning season is a Milliken fan. But, you know, I mean, everybody has their own preferences on this channel. Who's your top angler burning season? I can't remember who you had picked whenever we talked about that before. All right, shout out to Pills, Potions, and Poisons. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and crank it up. We're going to roll out. See, we were down here by the dam. Check out the scenery. All right, so let's see. We need some water with a little bit of ripple on it. Really, we need something that's kind of on the more shallow side at this time of day. Let me just think. Let me think. Where can we go where fish are generally stacked up? All right, so here we go. I got a plan. All right, so we're going to ease in on them. All right, so Hackney and Aaron Martins, two of the best naturally talented. All right, so we're going to do an ease up on it. We're just going to stop at this, make this one quick stop, and I'll show you guys what I am looking at on the screen, and we'll make a few casts at those, guys. So that'll be the plan for right now. All right, so there we go. All right, so let me just show you guys. Just get positioned first. So that wind is kind of blowing in a direction where I have to set up in a different way. So just bear with me. Can you guys hear that wind? Put wind in the chat if you can hear this wind out here. It's a little more windy out here. So you kind of have to play things a little different when you move offshore. So just take a look around. We are way offshore right now, guys. And what I'm going to do is show you what I target. All right, that's 30 feet down right there. So I'll show you what I target on the electronics. Just for anybody that might want to know. Circulate in the grease all day long. All right, so Robert can hear the wind. So yeah, we're not gonna stay out here in this wind too long, guys. Just make a few casts. Really what I want to do is just show you guys how we get out here, get things lined up. We've been rolling for an hour and 20 minutes out here having some good conversation. And as somebody said earlier, having a casting contest. Caught a few fish. Made a few new friends. All right, so let's see, guys. All right, so what I'm about to do is I'm going to head out here. I'm going to show you on the electronics how we target these fish offshore. So if you guys can see that right there, so those are 3 nice sized fish. I'm currently sitting in 40 feet of water. And those fish are not relating to any type of structure. They're just out there roaming around, guys. So a lot of those pros now, they're actually using their live imaging to target those fish. And to me, that technique, even for people who use electronics and LiveScope, is not an easy way to catch fish. Oh, it's schooling over there. Oh man, oh man. When they're schooling, you don't have long to make things happen. All right, the burning season says, does your state do any stocking of species? So yes, I believe they stocked the stripers here. And I heard there was a program where they were stocking a lot of walleye also. And that's on Lake Lanier. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get this lined up. I'm gonna show you guys the fish, show you the cover that they're on, and then show you the bait that I'm gonna use to target those fish. All right, so here we go. So this is a real good screenshot. Right here, you see all these fish suspended. We're sitting in 35 feet of water. These fish are down about 40 feet deep, and they're coming up to about 20. You can see these fish over here. They're like, hey, the boat would be located up here on the screen. These fish came over here, and they're like, hey, what is going on? Let's go over here. Let's swim from over here. Go see what these guys are doing and go back and tell our buddies. So what we have to do is, before they do that, we have to get over there to where their buddies are at. Look at all of those fish that came over to take a look at this boat. All right, so the bait that I'm going to throw out here, guys, I'm going to throw this, it's an Alpha Series spy bait. And I'm going to let that go down to about 20 feet to where those fish see it and they'll start following it. So this bait sinks pretty fast and it has that prop on the bait that causes a little water disturbance. And what it does when it's coming through the water is it has like a nice wobble to it. You just reel this thing kind of slow. Right now, the fish are very finicky, so they'll probably follow it, but won't hit it. But it'll just be something just to show you guys. And what I'll do is, like how you can see these fish right here on this cover, you'll see the bait come, well, I'll see the bait come by, and then I'll come back and show you guys again, because now they're starting to come off of that cover, so I need to hurry up and get over there. I'm just going to make 1 or 2 casts over here, because it's kind of windy. It'll be hard for us to fish out here. So I threw that out there, and it hit about right there. So I just got to count it down to about 20 feet, 30 feet. So we're moving around a lot. My screen is dirty. So I just count it down. You see that one coming off the bottom down there? So they see it, guys. There's my bait out here. There are those fish. They're coming off of the bottom. They're coming up to take a look at it. Still letting it go down. Still letting it go down. And then what I do is just go ahead and give it a quick pop to get that blade moving. And then I just reel it real slow. All right, let's see. You see him moving at the top of that brush pile? Oh man, I just hit the brush pile. I just hit it. Oh no. Ah, ha, ha. Man. Ah, I got stuck. If that thing would have came through there, like tapped it like that and came out on the other side, it would have been game over. That would have been it. But yeah, with us bouncing around so much, you see all that water stains and stuff on my screen, and I don't have it dialed in right now. So it was harder for me to see it, but I could see the fish reacting. But with these baits, they have enough weight to generally, once you get over the cover, you can just knock it back loose with the weight. Right, yeah. It's the Alpha series, the one that's a little bit bigger. There it goes. See, it came right out. Man, that cast was right on. All right. Go ahead. Oh, I forgot this other camera is off. Let me change things up real quick for everybody. All right, here we go, guys. So there you go. So we did some shallow water fishing. That's where we pretty much got our bites today. We just came offshore, but we've been running for about an hour and a half. So I want to give a big shout out to Rob W for being the sponsor of today's live stream. Hit us with the 2 onesies. He was like, you got 2 fishes, so let me give you $2. So really, really appreciate that. And also, as always, have to give a very, very big shout out to Joe Winkler. He is the official sponsor of the show. He sponsored the live stream on Tuesday that was kind of cut short by the weather. Had a big storm that came through and kind of knocked us offline for a minute. But really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's see who else we have in here. Let's just hop into the chat real quick. Burning Season says, not easy, but you got 8 hours to catch 5 fish. That makes it easy. Okay, all right. He says, good. If they stock more walleye, would take some of the pressure off the bass for food consumption. Walleyes are way better. Oh yeah, I've just never caught one. A few of my friends have accidentally caught them before. All right, so Burning Season says, all the money tourneys bring, you would think states would stock more bass or other species. Oh yeah, but I mean those people that come out here and fish for those other fish, I don't know. I mean, because the bass tournament industry, we think that is a lot bigger than what it is in comparison to the overall fishing. So I don't know which one right offhand brings in the most people. All right, so Cajun the Hawk says, if I was a what is that fish, we would be if it was a fish, we'd be drunk by now. All right, let's see. All right, so the Burning Season says, when is the next live? So the next live will be Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, but I may be back out again, guys, because I'm trying to get caught up, because as you guys saw, I was gone for a minute. But for now, oh my goodness, big shout out to Joe Winkler. He is the sponsor of the live stream. Really, really appreciate you for hitting us up with the $40 super chat on Tuesday. The live stream was cut a little short, but you know, we had to come out here and make it up for you. But your fish, hopefully you saw the beginning of the live stream, because your fish were held up right when we started. So want to give a big, big shout out to Joe Winkler. He is the official sponsor of today's live stream. Really, really appreciate you. All right, guys, I am going to head on out. We're going to head out and see if we can catch some more fish out here before we head in for the day, before the sun really gets out here roasting and really makes it the burning season out here. All right, guys, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you share the link to this channel. Let your friends know about it and hit the like button on the way out. Really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next live stream.